The my internet just all of a sudden pooped out for a second. It was really weird. Like all this everything, TeamSpeak, server, everything. I don't know what happened. That was weird.
Hey, Moose.
Okay. Hey, what's up?
Me, TBM, obviously the one who has somehow different voice because my throat is kind of sick right now.
Oh, well, that sucks.
No, you have
Technically,
different
aren't
voice
you
because
sick?
how your audio quality is.
What?
No. TBM, I get TBM just by his audio by how his mic sounds. It's like it's somewhat amplified.
Just how we can always tell.
Yeah, apparently so. My mic is a little bit amplified today for some reason. It's not like this.
No, it's always like that.
Oh, I didn't happen to notice it. All I know is that on VATSIM they don't say anything.
Because TeamSpeak has a different audio codec, that's the reason why. Different codecs do different things.
Anyhow, I'm gonna join up with the FedEx boys down here at Minneapolis with FNO and you know, fly Atlas Air 744 out to LA because I am shipping some packages that were supposed to be shipped like 2 days ago. You know, from Minneapolis down to LA.
Uh-huh.
And since I have to get that done, since it's like way past the time that the customers are supposed to expect the packages, I'm not going to join it in Australia, sadly.
That's okay. We'll see you next time then.
Yeah, next flight for sure I'll most likely join you because by then most likely the cargo one will either be done or I'll just take a break.
Gotcha.
I'm taxiing past you right now, Moose.
Okay.
I think, honestly, 11 or the cross runway for 29 is pretty short. I'm pretty sure you'll probably take off at 29.
Probably. I need to look at the map. What's the weather right now? What's the winds?
Well, let me grab them.
I actually might have an idea because I haven't flown with the streamer in like Lord knows how long. I might join you guys, but just that, you know, it'll have to be a nighttime delivery that'll be rushed at Mach 0.855, you know, down the west side of the U.S.
Okay. Matt Serpento, got it. Okay, I will try to remember that. It's always weird when it's numbers and letters making up words, but yeah.
So I think the winds is 220 at 2 knots.
220 at 2. Oh, at 2? Okay, so basically no wind.
No, mine's
for all
showing
intents and
for 29. It's showing at runway heading.
purposes. What is that? What do you mean for 429?
Well, I'm looking at runway 29 down at Darwin right now, and it says winds are. It literally just says winds are at runway heading.
What are you?
So downwind.
No, I know that, but what are you using? What's telling you that? Is my question.
I'm using Darwin's website. Their like development thing. I don't know. I just found a website.
Alright, so just real quick an update. Oh, you're good. Continue.
Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely taking off runway 11 or 29 because the other one was way too short. 5,000 feet is not going to be nice for a 747, so 11,000 feet, much better. I think we are over. I'm not sure where I am actually. I think I'm over here on the.
I think you're on the Atlantic side.
Yeah, well, I think I'm on the south side, the west side of the airport in, like over by Mike.
I took 11 and got us straight out to Porkshire.
I'm just over here trying to open the FedEx 777 to save my 744 for, you know, obviously Minneapolis. So I'm just taking a FedEx 777 in Australia.
Oh, so you're gonna fly down here after all?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly with the FedEx 777 and then after arrival I'm just gonna immediately close P3D, reopen it, and just take my cargo route and probably get those shipments out. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. We have, okay, I'm gonna check the winds for my own edification here and just see what it's telling me. Conditions, YPDN, and I'm showing 240 at 2, but yeah, but winds are essentially calm, so I think I'm gonna take 11 just because that's in the direction of flight, and it's closer for the taxi, so that's what I'm planning on.
Well, I'm taking 29, so what I'm gonna have to do, if you're in a 7-4, I should probably just depart before you, especially if I'm gonna go in that direction.
That would be smart.
So I guess what we could do is I could depart off of 29, and then I guess you could just depart right after my wheels touch or go off the ground, and then I have a right turn, and then I go downwind of 209, back towards where we'll probably meet up at some leg in between.
Yeah.
Moose, what star are you taking for run?
Yeah, let me get that into. In fact, I need to update NightBot anyway. Now that I have the route, so let me do that. It's the Hendy 8 Yankee is the star.
I got the Hendy 8 Alpha.
Oh, okay. It must assume it's probably assuming you're landing on a different runway, but I'll look and see what it's thinking. But
For the arrival?
yeah.
I got the QX1X, Kiwi 1X, I should say.
Let's see, NightBot. Oh, I was already in NightBot. Damn it. Okay.
Did I get? Are you guys all in 1809?
Yeah. Well, I am anyway.
Yeah, me too. I just don't understand how they have different. Yeah, how did I get to? Oh, maybe.
Well, there's still. It doesn't mean it's a different. You still have access to the other star. It's just that's the one you got assigned for the route. So. Doesn't mean.
Yeah.
Let's see. Flight level 33 up. Okay, there we go. And this should be an F. Submit. Okay, NightBot has the correct info now, so let me just test that real quick. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be a direct to Palga as our first fix there, but all right, YPDN.
So Palga actually does have a departure.
What is the departure though?
Palga 6. It's pretty much a straight out.
Yeah, so that's probably why they just don't bother.
I'm really just gonna fly direct on Y25. DN actually. DN Y25 and go to the rest.
Gotcha. Yeah, in fact, actually, kind of make more. It's kind of straight out, but yeah, there's an adder above at Lapar on the Palga 6. That's 11 miles away. That should be fine. Yeah, so I don't know why it didn't give me. I might just do the Palga 6 and put that in here. I'm probably going to, just to make it simpler. Alright, sounds like my cargo's loaded up, so that's good. We can finish up this pre-flight and get out of here. Let's see, Yankee, Bravo, Charlie Sierra, I believe, was the destination. And, well, I didn't want to do that actually. Let's see, departure, right. Departure is going to be the Palga 6. We're going to do 11. Go back to the route. And we will do from Palga, we're going to go to DUMAV. DUMAV. And then from there to GUGUK.
Hey, boss.
Hey.
Where you parked at?
I'm
'Cause
at.
I don't want
Yeah, I'm at parking.
to come in on top of you.
Cargo ramp 12.
I'm at ramp 14 by the way, as well.
Okay, good.
And then the Hendy 8. Oh. Should be that. We're in the southern hemisphere. Okay. And then arrival is going to be the Hendy 8 Yankee.
So, Prepared is releasing 4.4.
Wow, that was fast. 4.3 just like...
The news just came over.
Wow. Wait, is 4... Okay. Is the 0.4... No, yeah, 4.4, yeah, okay. Yeah, so the point... Okay. Wow. Yeah, didn't 0.3 just come out, like, 3 months ago or something like that?
Not even 2 months ago.
Yeah. Wow. Good thing I'm waiting. I might as well just wait for 0.4 now.
At this point, I'm just sticking to 4.3 and done.
Alright. Let's see.
0.4 is out?
Not yet. It's they're announced that it's coming out.
It's coming.
Apparently.
Quarter number 4. So
Yeah.
we figure Thanksgiving.
Yeah. That's not what I... Oh, that's
Wait, what's coming now?
Oh, boy. Prepared version 4.4 is going to be coming out in the 4th quarter.
Already?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I
You have to
thought.
pay for it?
No, you shouldn't have to pay for it. When it comes to prepared version 5, that's probably when you have to pay. But any 4 point anything should be free.
I don't think I'm gonna buy 5 or whatever come out.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about that yet. So, no, service wind is calm, or supposed to be. Well, it is now anyway. What's it going to be? 270 at 5. Okay. It's clear over in Cairns. Let's see. YBCS. Of course, you have to load new stuff. Come on, do it. Alright, we'll figure out what runway we're going to expect over in Cairns, and then we'll go from there. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Okay, if we're running, let's see, if we're expecting that. Alright, I'm gonna plan for, well, it would make more sense to plan for 3.5. Let's see here. Approach.
Are you looking at the runways
I mean
in...
3.3, I said 3.5, I don't know why I said that.
Yeah.
Look. Alright, the weather's supposed to be clear, so we're going to plan for 3.3. There's no ILS in the 3.3, there's a localizer only, because it's probably the back course side of 1.5. And so that's fine, I'm going to hand fly it anyway, would be the plan. So we're going to plan for 3.3 and then go from there. I don't know what the difference between the Loc Z, the Loc Yankee, and the Loc X-Ray is, and the Loc Whiskey for that matter. So let's find out what they are. That one does that.
Is everybody doing 47s or what?
Is what now?
Is everybody flying a 747?
I don't know.
I think Moose is actually the only one who's flying a 7.4.
Oh, well, I can't leave him by himself then. I'll load mine up.
I wish I could. I'm not Cat 5 or Cat 4.
Well,
But I have enough hours to be Cat 4.
they're all like the exact same thing. What is the difference?
Gotta take a test or something.
Alright, we're going to do the Loc Zulu for 33. And the Hindi 8 transition is for us Laked. And transition for that, we're going to do... I think we're going to do CS, because that will mean fly over the airport. Yeah, I like that better. That looks like fun. We're going to do that. Alright, route. Execute that. Check the legs page for discontinuities. We have the 4,000 at or above at Lapar, that's correct. And no discons, good. Alright. We should be good there. Net ref, 0 fuel weight is 603. Reserves today are what? Show me some brief. Reserves are... Wow, really? Good grief. That's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. If we're already at 603, 630 is max landing weight. Yeah, that's an issue. So our alternate is so far away.
What is your alternate?
My alternate's Port Moresby. It tried to give me Darwin as my alternate, which was ridiculous because I'm just flying the same route directly back.
Use Townsend.
Townsville, you mean?
Yes.
Is the runway big enough over there for that?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's like 6,000 feet.
6,000 feet's not very long for a 747.
Alright, I'm pushing back.
Generally speaking, 7,000's the lowest you want to go for a 7.4. Let me look at the airport. Let's see here. Can I just type that in? Towns.
No. The
10,000.
longest one is 8,000.
There we go. I'm loading up right now. We'll find out. Because if I can do that, that will probably save me on my fuel and therefore mean I can do this flight that way. Otherwise, I gotta take off cargo. Taxi, airport. 7,999. Yeah, basically 8,000 feet. Okay, we can do that. So we'll make that our alternate. So that is, what's the ICAO code? YBTL. All right, we're gonna change this here. We're gonna do, let's see, edit flight, and we're gonna change this to YBTL. I don't want to screw up the other stuff, so we're gonna tell it now. We're gonna do 330 or 33,000 feet. And cargo was, what was it? 20, shoot. It was something 400. 238, 400 or something like that, I think it was. Let me see here. Menu. Selections. Payload. 179,500 plus 26,327 plus 28,720 plus 4,784. It's 239.4. Okay.
Now both of y'all are showing up in CRJs.
Oh, that's awesome. I've got my code in there as a B744, so I don't know why. I don't know what is up with the model matching lately. 239,400. Yeah. 239,400. So fuel weight auto, passenger 0. Good. Okay. Same route. Alternates that. And generate. Okay, now that's still, wow, really? That's still a lot of alternate fuel for a 600,000, 300 pound. Because that's, what is that? That's 32, that's 33.5. That's going to send us over the limit. We'll have to dump.
Move some of the cargo you put in your hold.
Yeah, we're going to have to, I think. Let me find out how much. I'm going to take it right to the line. So, 16... Well... Yeah, let me find out how much I got to take off. Let's see, if we have 603... 300 plus 16... 300 plus 17, 300. 630. No. Alright, we gotta remove 7,000 pounds of cargo. Okay. So we're gonna do that. Menu. 6 actions. Payload. We're gonna take... we'll just take it all from the main cargo deck, so... Let's see. 500 minus 7,000 is 172,500. 725. There we go. As there's no fuel weight, still 603. That's alright. Oh, there we go. Okay. 596.3. There we go. Reserves are now going to be, what did I say? 33.6. And cost index is 80. And we may still have to burn some extra fuel to get it down to 630 because we're going to be right on the line as far as where our reserves put us. So.
Alright, I'll be starting taxi soon.
Okay.
And I just finished my flight. I'm just entering myself in VPilot, and I should be pushing back out of here.
Okay. Alright, 330. I am not going to derate because I don't want to save any fuel today. So we're going to leave it alone. Takeoff is going to be flaps 10.
I gotta go eat breakfast, so
taxi.
I'm gonna just take off and put autopilot on.
Okay. 139.154.169 is our V1 VRV2, and trim is 22 for a, or CG is 22 for a trim of 6.2. And so we're going to set over here. Let's see, 169 plus 10.
Alright, we're departing from 29.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to depart none as well.
YPDN. No, this is not my full-time job, Matt. I am a facility manager for a church. This is purely for fun.
Till you start making money off of it.
Yeah, that's going to be a while. You don't make a lot of. You have to get really big to make a living off of this.
Ninja.
Let's see, taxi airport.
Have to be a ninja to make money.
Yeah. Now you can make money at it, not enough to live on. Like I've already made money off of this, of streaming, but it's not much. It's like I think I've gotten $200 checks or so from YouTube thus far since I started streaming a year ago, and then of course some generous donations from you fine people in various forms of scenery and other things, but definitely not enough to say, oh, I can quit my job and just do this.
Flight streaming especially is really hard to make a full-time job.
Yeah. Okay, 106.
There's one principle behind that. That's because hours of boredom for moments of fun.
That's not really applicable to what we're talking about, but okay. So, let's see. Paragraph 3. We got the 4,000 foot restriction. Other than that, not really anything. And no information on that. The transition level is 11,000 feet. Actually, it's 10,000 feet. Really? Flight level 110.
I keep having this problem in my 7.3, where like whenever I turn, like my nose wheel doesn't turn like as far, so it takes forever for me to turn.
Bring it back. Let's go eat breakfast.
Okay. 330. That's very strange. There we go. Get back there. Stop freaking out. Okay. Flight director's coming on. Traffic's up to that. We need to test the TCAS. It should not be on right now.
And I'm pushing back.
Okay. I'm going to close my cargo doors here so I can get rid of the external power.
Alright, I have to cross runway 29 because I pushed back the runway.
Okay.
So, is there anybody taking off?
I don't think so, not at the moment. I think Mayo already did it.
Alright.
There goes my stairs. Okay, those are closed, so we're going to go to, turn the external power to AP gen, and we'll get rid of the ground power. Alright, he is releasing, so with him going, we can do our final checks. Yeah, there's like no wind right now at YB. Mitch, how can I host you? Sean McCall, in your dashboard settings, there's a place where it says auto host, hosts you and you host others, stuff like that, and it's in there. I don't know how to describe it other than that, but you're looking for, go to your dashboard in Twitch, and then you can set that up in there. It's usually near the top in the center somewhere, at least that is for me. I don't know if it changes for the person, but hopefully that helps. Okay, I think we're ready. That's already running, so I'm going to call for a pushback. Actually, before I do that, I need to know exactly where I am. There's a, oh, really? Okay, that's 11 there. If that's 11, I don't think I'm where I think I am. Well, maybe I am. That's 11. Maybe I'm over there. No. No, I think I am over here. I'm just facing that direction. Okay, so I want to push back. I want to go nose to the right. I think.
And meanwhile, I'm over here with my sim crashing as soon as I was pushing back.
Nice. Okay. Prepare pushback departure, nose to the right. Alright, Juan, come get in position. Here he comes, this tug. Alright, brakes are on so we can clear the wheel chocks so he can do his job. All doors are shut.
Moose, on my screen, you're a 747 with the old United States logo.
Really? Fuel on board today, at this point, we have 108, so we're below the 120 rule, so we will turn off the cross bleeds on the outside once we fire up.
Hey, Moose.
Hey.
I have to leave to go do a few things. I probably won't be back before the stream ends. So I guess I'll see you on Thursday, I think.
Alright, we'll see you then.
Okay. See you, Bonanza.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Departure check completed. Life has been inserted. Release parking brakes.
And beacon going on, parking brakes going
Commencing
off.
push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Switch that back to off. We're going to turn our fuel pumps on. Packs will go off. And starting 3 and 4. Fuel on 3 and 4. Light up. David, you figure out how to host. That's awesome. Thank you. And start cutout on 3 and 4. Let them spool up the rest of the way here. And bus ties have kicked in. Turn on the hydraulic pressure for 3 and 4. And with that, we will start 1 and 2. Into rising. Fuel on. Light up. I see a 747 off to my 2 o'clock. Is that Chris? Is Chris still here? Oh, no he's not. Chris vanished. Alright, we got starter cut out on 1 and 2. Looks like the bus ties have kicked in, so we will switch over to the hydraulics.
You haven't departed yet?
No. Did I say I was departing?
Yeah.
No, I did not. That was Mayo.
What? I am Mayo.
Yeah, no, I never said I was departing. I said I was pushing back.
I can't figure it out, man. I can't get y'all to switch from CRJs.
That's just weird. I don't understand what the heck's up with that. I see someone else is a 747 over here.
That's me.
Okay, that is you. That's so weird that yours... Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
And last night you showed up as an MD-80 and
yeah, I saw the picture.
Cam showed up as 757, so I don't understand it.
That's just weird. Using V-Pilot?
Yeah.
Alright, 6.2 set on the trim. TCAS needs to go to transponder mode. Auto brake start to go. Juan appears to be doing a bang-up job in the pushback today. We're going to take Mike to Alpha, and then I guess that's Whiskey technically? Whiskey 3, whatever the end of the runway is, labeled funny here.
Set parking brakes.
Brake set. Alright, while he's doing the brakes, we can do the control check. 2 up, 1 down. 2 up, 1 down. 2 down. 2 up. Full left. Full right. Alright, and neutral. Alright, flight controls check. Flaps coming down to 10.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass being removed.
go ahead and turn off the APU at this point.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Some FedEx
Alright,
just spawned in 12.
Yeah, we signed it up. Spawning in your spot. Once you get taxing, I'll get pushing here and start up my engines on following you.
Okay. I'll tell you when I'm moving. I'm waiting for Juan to get out of my way.
Alright, Moose, I'm gonna take off.
Okay. Are you taking off on 11 or 29?
29.
Okay. Not that it matters. I still gotta text to the runway. But... Are you doing 737?
Yeah.
Copy. All right, there goes one. Wait for him to be clear of my engines. So I think at this point he is. So taxi light on. And brakes release. And forward we go. Alright, TBM, I'm on the move.
Now I got somebody in a 777 FedEx.
That's TBM.
No, they just don't get it.
You see him as 777 FedEx, but you can't see me as a 747. That is craziness.
This is so frustrating.
Yes, it is. We all need a piece of cheesecake and calm down.
My plane cannot turn.
I'd
I
like
don't
a
know
chocolate
why.
cake.
Oh, you got to turn on auto hosting first. Okay, I forgot about that step. Yeah, it's been a while since I set that up for my channel to auto host a number of guys, so. Yeah, thinking is dangerous, it's true. Well, good. Way to figure that out, Sean.
Moose, have you departed yet?
No, I'm texting to the runway right now.
Okay. Oh, that's kind of annoying. I'm head of the party.
Are you though?
Oh. Well, actually, I just saw something really cool. My dad, my neighbors who were just moved out, like young people, I don't know, probably in their 20s, they're just like renting a house next door. They moved out. My dad's like, dude, look at the table. They were throwing out these pictures, and I look, it's like it's McDonnell Douglas F-15 with all these signatures on it, and like a bunch of other photos of these, like, you know, warplanes from like Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada. They're all framed. They have all these crazy signatures on them. And I just looked at the one I found. One of the signatures on there is some guy, one of the corporate people from Boeing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I can send the picture in the chat.
Aren't I ahead of...
When you
Just die.
Use your words there, Rothmuller.
Aren't I ahead of the pack?
Probably are. When you always take off way earlier than we do.
Yeah, because I don't use the 7.4.
I know. But still. Okay, I'm at runway 11. No one's taken off on 29 at the moment, yeah?
Forgot your project.
I just took off 29.
What was that?
You forgot your project fly.
Oh, I did. Oh, good call. Before I take off, let me do that. Oh my goodness.
Nice catch.
Yeah, indeed. YPDN, YBCS, manual, WW1990, WWC 1990. Looks like I should do that. Scheduled. This is the... No, it's not that. Where's my... there you are. Look at dispatch. Plan file. Okay. Cool, got it. And then... I think what prompted that was actually my fly live wasn't set up. I'm going to do that right now too. BDN, YBCS, WWC 1990, 33, apply. Okay, thank God. Huzzah! Alright, good deal. Good catch indeed. Alright, strobes coming on. We're gonna put the TCAS all the way turned on now. Oop, we got. Oh, someone just depart out of 29.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, good. I was sitting here. All right. All right. We're taking to the runway. Alright, arm LNAV VNAV, and away we go.
Dang, there's ground, tower, and approach in San Diego right now.
Really?
Actually, ATIS.
Oh, well.
Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Up and away in my beautiful balloon.
And I'm next for departure. I'll be lining up and departing immediately behind the following 747.
Alright, I'll notify you when I'm passing 3,000. Flaps 5. Flaps 1. And I'm passing 3,000. Flaps up. Alright, there's our 4,000, so we're good on the restriction at Lapar. And we're coming up on that turn here very shortly. A bit hazy here today in Australia.
Positive, Rick. Up.
Alright, gear coming off. That's 10,000. Time to accelerate. What was that?
I'm just gonna have to take off checklist real quick.
Oh,
Who's in the FedEx?
that's TBM.
Yeah, I'm right behind him. But since I'm not on a computer meant for gaming, I'm running on a lower frame rate than what I should be running, which if I was running the frame rate that I should be running, I'd actually be going in real time, so I'm basically just flying in slow motion. So everything takes like 2 times as long to go.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and engage the autopilot.
Is there anybody taking off after us?
I think Chris, if it's going to be the last one to go, I think.
Well, then he'll probably pass me eventually.
Taxi light can come off. seatbelt sign. And looking at instruments, just doing a quick check of all the systems, make sure everything looks good. That's generators. Fuel, we got 97,900 pounds right now. We need to burn that down to little above 30 or so for landing, because we need to be at 630,000 pounds for our landing. So air system looks good, pressurizing nicely. Hydraulics all engaged and working. Hydraulic pressures look good. The lights on there, and all the brake temperatures are good, obviously, because the wind brake on tonight. So system check looks good, and passing transition altitude. So, oops, wrong button.
You're already at 18,000 feet?
Yep, 19,000 feet now.
I just passed 10.
I have some power behind me.
I got the real power. The 2 GE90s.
Meh.
Hello.
The real question is, are those two engines part of a famous aircraft?
777.
What on, gents?
Hey, Redog, how you doing?
It's Saturday, man. I'm hurt.
You're hurting?
Yeah, I don't know. Just
achy,
my knees
kinda
are killing
sore.
me.
Oh.
Yeah. Got back from the grocery store. Had to do all that.
Gotcha. I need to go to the store when we're done here, because I have a need for some food.
I make sure
Hey, Moose.
all my in-flight snacks to my flight deck.
Hey, who's there? Oh, Gemini. How's it going, Gemini Jets?
Good.
Kramer, did you survive the night?
Me?
So you had all of your brother's friends over last night?
Oh, no, that's tonight.
Oh. How old is your brother?
Okay, well, hopefully.
My brother is turning 16.
Oh, okay. So he's the older one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he having girls over?
What?
Is he bringing girls over?
No.
Dang, I can say you could totally be the swell of the little brother that just like steal all the ladies.
I mean, he's blonde hair, blue eyes, so.
So he's as bright as a light bulb?
So he's Aryan, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll update for the FedEx. 777, we're already through like 30,000 feet. What altitude are you at, NightMoose?
We are passing 24.
Passing 13.
Yeah, my GE90s are letting us go through altitudes easy.
Apparently.
How long y'all been up?
We just we just took off a little bit ago, so I haven't been gone for very long. I started streaming at 10:30.
I've been up for 3 hours.
Yeah, I've only been up since like 9:30, so I slept in today.
I stayed up till about 4.
Oh gosh.
Oh, it's my or actually my Saturday, I would say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I stayed up till about 12:30, and I'm used to now going to bed closer to 10, so that's hence the sleeping in. I try to normally get up around 5:36, but
that's a normal day for me.
That did not happen for me today.
I actually slept till 9:30 this morning.
Oh wow. Yeah, looking forward to going out to Castle Air Force Base tomorrow to do open cockpit day. That's going to be fun. It won't be nearly as hot as it was last year, so that's good.
Hey Moose,
Yeah.
when is Fresno State playing?
I think we play tonight. I think we play the Iowa Vandals tonight. Let me double check.
You are going to take the GoPro with you tomorrow, right?
No, I don't have it with me at the moment, so I'm not going to be able to do that. It's a short little drive. It's not really very far, but I will take lots of pictures, though.
Okay, because I'm envious of you now.
Yeah, no, I will definitely be taking pictures. Yeah, they play tonight at 7 Pacific. I think it's 5 this morning. Yeah.
Are they home?
They're home, yeah. Yep, home game this week. Next week it's an away game, I believe, and I don't remember. Let me find out who they play.
How much you want to bet the 737's not going to give me right away?
Next week we play the Minnesota Golden Gophers at Minnesota, so we are away. We're in Minneapolis next week. And then we're back, then we're away at UCLA the following week, and then we're back home against the Toledo Rockets. So yeah, so we got this home game, 2 aways, and then 2 home games back to back against the Toledo Rockets and then the Wyoming Cowboys. Oh man, the following away game after that on the 20th of October is the New Mexico Lobos. We destroyed them last year. I remember going to that game. We shut them out. It was like 40-something to zip. Oh, that was kind of a fun game to watch. We were making so much fun of them. That was hilarious. We actually had really good seats too. We were front row, almost 50-yard line, red seats, but on the New Mexico side. So we were like taunting the New Mexico guys right there.
At University of New Mexico or?
It just says New Mexico Lobos, so whoever they are, I don't know.
That's University. But you'll beat the heck.
Gotcha. Gophers are looking really good this year, huh? All right, we'll see. I don't know how my dogs are looking this year yet. I mean, we'll see how they play against Idaho. I mean, Idaho's, I'm pretty sure we're the favored team, so if it's close, that may say some bad things about Fresno State this year. But we'll see. I have faith. We've got a good coach now. He did really good with us last year. I'm blanking on his name. Let me, State football coach. Oops. State and football are 2 different words. Oh, Jeff Tedford, that's right. I wanted to say Ted something, and that's why I was like, I don't think his name's Ted. Tedford, that makes sense. All right, Sean McCall, we'll see you later. You don't want to miss out on the food. Definitely don't want to miss out on the food. All right, last time I checked, we were about 5 away from 100 followers on Twitch, so that's awesome, guys. Keep those follows coming in. I wonder if that's TBM up there. Hey TBM, what are you cruising at?
Did someone say my name?
Yeah, it's what are you cruising at?
Cruising at 380 already. My cruising altitude with obviously Mach 1.55 on the speed.
Okay, I think that's you behind me, I see. Yeah, I think that's you behind me. Let's see. Chris, did you take off yet?
Airborne.
Awesome. What are you cruising at?
33.
Gotcha. Copy that. Alright, 419 Zulu, it is 218 Zulu. Okay, so about 2 hours exactly to touchdown in Cairns.
I like looking at the starry night.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at day because I did 2 night flights back to back the last 2 days, so I wanted to do when I fly in Australia, I do it my time, so it's day for me. But well, we lost Gemini. What was I gonna say? We're gonna do a fun. It should be a fun approach into Cairns. We've got it's a localizer approach, but we fly over the runway, out, and then a procedure turn back toward final and then in. So that should make for a pretty fun approach. Oops.
We've got 10,000 feet of runway.
Yeah, 10,485 to be precise, so we got plenty of runway. I need to figure out where that's the general aviation ramp there. I don't know that it really is a cargo ramp. If it is, it's probably by Alpha 3, but it doesn't specify. No, that's general aviation as well. Yeah, we may have to invent a parking spot for ourselves. We may have to invent.
Hey Moose.
Yeah, what's up, Gemini?
There's an update for the Cartoon 787.
Oh, really? Another one?
Yeah, I downloaded the new update.
Okay, I wonder what that fixes. I'm curious. Let's see here.
And you got
Let's see, 787. So it looks like it's the update to 1.1.1. Why isn't it going to tell me what it does? I don't want to... I'm curious what it fixed. Doesn't say in the news and updates anywhere. Maybe it says in here. There we go. Ah, here's the changelog. Okay. The NTDLL crashes related to weather radar. Okay. Updated navigraph data, conservation support for block altitude entries. Block altitudes don't display correctly. CCAL at departure airport. Autosave should not trigger messages to you. VNAV to set profile issues. Flitch and VNAV speed transition after altitude can move to overspeed. Throttles retract to idle or half power after takeoff for on some system. Pilot also this. Yeah, I was wondering when they were going to fix that. I noticed that when I was loading up another one that they finally fixed it. The 787-8 Rolls-Royce exterior model actually shows GE engines. I was wondering when they were going to deal with that, so they finally fixed that guy. This is where dark Ramos. Cool, alright. Actually, that's been out for a little while. I might be on 1.1 because it looks like, oh, it's edited on June 6th. I wonder when this was posted originally. Yeah, it's posted on June 6th. That's been out for a little while. I don't remember when I updated my 8.7 last, though. I'll have to check. I will have to check. Alright, we got 843 nautical miles to go.
Well, VATSIM, where Southwest 738 is possibly flying in Australia. Well, this one going off 185 hot.
That somewhere millions of airlines, virtual airlines exist.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, well, right now I'm going Mach 185.5 apparently, but due to a headwind, I'm being slowed down to like 480 knots ground speed. 480, no, ground speed instead.
What's your headwind?
About 118 degrees at 16 knots.
Should come down in altitude. I've got a 63 degree 9 knot crosswind at 330. So I'm doing.
I'll stick to it.
I'm doing 492 over the ground.
And you know.
Yeah, I'm doing 492 over the ground at Mach 0.838. Let's check in with Project Fly.
Hey, Moose, what's your Mach?
0.838.
Hey, do you see me on Project Fly?
I'm looking right now. I'm not going to see you right there because that's the United States. Get me over to where I am.
I like it on Project Fly how you show up in blue.
Oh, I show up in blue? Shouldn't you be blue if you're...
No, you, the user.
The user, yeah,
blue.
yeah. Let's see, I see FedEx 750 behind me. I see Giant. Is that you?
That's me.
Okay. Yep, so I see you. And I see two guys behind you that I think are unrelated.
Yeah, I'm right behind Moose. And who else? There's a 744 behind me, and then 739 following behind the 744.
Oh, this is weird. So I see your 747 as Giant, as Chris 6340, Chris D6340. There's another little aircraft right behind you called 3575, and the username is Christopher Dameron. But they're showing as two separate aircraft. That's really weird.
On Vatastic, he just has the name of 3575.
Oh, so that's why. So VATSIM is showing him as 3575. Project Fly is showing him as Giant. That's why there's two separate aircraft. That makes sense. That's funny, though. There's Ethan just heading out over the waterway there. And then further ahead from him is Southwest, which is David. Nice line of us all going to Cairns.
Exactly what is Project Fly?
So Project Fly is a what's the best way to describe it? It's basically a tracker for your flights and can show you where everyone else is flying in the world on Project Fly. You can put in, so I'm gonna put it back up right on the screen. 1 second here. So for me, it shows all the flights I've done on Project Fly here. So you see all these little lines indicating where we've gone. So this one after today will extend over here to Cairns. But I can show up here, so I have a fleet set up as I add aircraft. So you can see here in my fleet, I've got the Hawaiian 717, I've got the 738 for WestWind, WestWind 744, WestWind 74F, and then the Jacksonville 744, the 737-800. I don't have an image for the Delta one yet because I need to take a picture of it, but the Delta 7 MD-82 and the American MD-82, and eventually when I paint for WestWind, we'll have the WestWind MD-82. But basically, so these will keep track of, so it shows how many hours then I've flown this aircraft on Project Fly, which has only been 2 flights so far. It's been the flight from Victorville to Jacksonville and Jacksonville to Minneapolis. It'll show your average landing rates, it'll show you how much fuel you burned. It's just kind of a cool flight log for your stuff. But it will show you in real time on the radar where you are and where other people are in relation to you on VATSIM, on IVAO, on Project Fly. Like I can lit up IVAO here and it would show me any IVAO aircraft that are around me, and also Pilot Edge for that matter. So you get an actual real sense of how many people, look at this. This is people flying between Project Fly, VATSIM, IVAO, and Pilot Edge in the world right now online. So these are all virtual pilots flying. If we turn off, like Pilot Edge will probably mostly affect the west coast over here. IVAO will probably affect mostly over here. VATSIM and Project Fly. So it's pretty cool. You get a kind of a full picture of where people are and what's going on.
If you look at VATSIM in the Pacific is alert 777, cruising back to Denver.
Is that you?
Yes.
Wait. I'm in the FedEx 777 right now, and I heard 777 and someone say me. I don't know.
Nope, we're not talking about you.
Yeah, anyhow.
Are you crossing the Pacific to Denver, or are you flying somewhere else?
Honestly, couldn't get that for a second anyhow. Real quick before I ask what that was again. Pretty much in a nutshell, I put about 50,000 pounds of fuel, and of course the G90 started eating it up like, pretty quick. It's like at 38,000 pounds right now.
Uh-huh.
I put like 10,000 on reserves, by the way, so yeah.
What'd you say, Chris?
Turn off Project Fly VATSIM and IVO. How much how did you say?
Actually, as a matter of fact, another way to describe Project Fly is essentially, it could be like a virtual airline, but you don't have to actually join a virtual airline, because it has the same features, but, you know, doesn't require you sticking to strict schedules. You're on your own pace, everything.
Right. So yeah, Project Fly just shows in the western part of the United States, because that's as far, Project Fly only extends a little past Denver on the western U.S., so they don't cover any other areas.
I was thinking.
That's why they're all concentrated in one little area over there.
Wait, isn't that pilotage you're talking about?
Yeah, IVAO is more heavily concentrated in Europe, but they've got some scattered around the world. VATSIM is going to be more heavily concentrated probably in the U.S. Actually, right now they're more heavily concentrated in Europe. That's impressive.
VATSIM, it depends on the time of day, or VATSIM will have a shift. So usually, if it's
that's true. It's morning
Europe,
here. So
Europe, even the U.S. It's the U.S.
Yeah, that's true. And then Project Fly is just all over the map.
Project Fly is more or less like Fly Live. There's an extra location where you're flying, so on and so forth.
Yeah, but it's a lot more in depth than Fly Live.
Yeah. Well, you can use Project Fly offline too, so.
Right. You can use Fly Live offline too.
Yep, but with VATSIM, you gotta be connected to the system to show up.
Red areas that are highlighted, is that just the online or the airspace? Or?
The red areas, yeah, that's airspace that's online. So I think it's related to VATSIM. So let me. Actually, it's probably related to both. So let's see, VATSIM. It's not IVAO, yeah. Yes, these are VATSIM airspaces that are online. Seattle Center over there. And then these are IVAO airspace that are online. So Saudi Arabia, looks like lower part of France in the Med. And then something up here in Finland. Finland, Finland, Finland. That's the country for me. So yeah. $760 nautical miles to go. What was that? You kind of cut out there. Not sure what you said.
I said, is there an event going on in the Washington area?
Oh, I gotcha. I don't know. Let's see.
That's no big deal. I just noticed a lot of area in that Washington state.
Yeah, actually, there's an event going on at some point today in Las Vegas. Losing in Las Vegas is running today.
There's actually like two. There's the Vegas one, then there's also the 900 pilot rating celebration up in Buffalo.
Oh, VATSTARS, yeah. Yeah, so nothing going on in Seattle. I think it's just because Seattle came online. Cool. Well, we're approaching the water here. This is the big waterway that cuts into Australia in the north there. I'm sure it has a name. I don't know what it is. I'm not up on my Australian geography.
Ever been there?
Australia?
Yeah.
No.
Gorgeous place.
I'll bet.
Or
Lots of
everything
deadly-
will try and kill you, though.
It's true. It is pretty, but it comes with a cost.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. There's a lot of nasty critters over there.
Yes, there are.
Like the Huntsman spider, which actually completely harmless. It just scares the hell out of you when it jumps at you.
What'd you say?
The Huntsman spider, the really big one.
Oh yeah. They
It's
don't
not.
do spiders.
It's not lethal to humans, but it's big and it jumps really fast. If you don't have anything in there, it'll scare the dickens out of you.
Well, there's the funnel spider too that's in the cities over there. It's really nasty.
Well, that
Cairns,
was a
how's
deadly
the
one.
weather up there?
Yeah, I think so. What was that?
How's the weather up there? I'm so far behind, I just can't even see it.
Oh, so far it's pretty clear. A little hazy on the horizon, but it's pretty clear. At 330, I've got a crosswind of 5 knots coming out of 68 degrees, so. Oh, and the crosswind just went away. So now it's calm winds. The calm before the storm.
I'm in Perth, Cairns, where you're. Wagga-wiggas.
Wagga-wiggas? What?
Oh, Wagga Station.
Oh,
Out in
okay.
the middle of the out. It's out in the middle of the out. If we had to, we do.
I'm right now coming over land over.
On the other side of that dip?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back, I just have to get some water.
Alright. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wonder what this body of water is called. I'm sure it's like some kind of bay.
What, we're talking about pigs now?
Huh? What'd you say?
So we're talking about Bay Pigs now?
I don't know what you're saying.
You should have said a bay, so let's what? Talking about the Bay of Pigs now?
No. Why would I be talking about Cuba? I am going to find out. Right over here. So there's got to be a name for it. Well, maybe there's not. Wow, there's like. I'm surprised there's no name. The area above it is the Arafura Sea, but there's like no name for this body of water.
Are you on Google Maps?
Yeah.
Click that body of water and it'll give you the name.
It gives me nothing. Oh. Why don't you put that in there? Gulf of Carpinteria. Okay. Why doesn't like put that anywhere? Interesting. Oh. Well, that makes so much more sense now. So, have you ever seen the side of Qantas 747? Most of them say long reach on the side. I always just thought that was like their little like thing, like, yeah, we have a long reach. Like these are airplanes that go far. There's actually a town in Queensland called Longreach, and it's where the headquarters for Qantas is. That's interesting. Gulf of Carpinteria. Alright. Well, good. Now I know what to call it.
Hey, Moose.
Yeah.
Are y'all planning to go up towards the North Solomon Islands?
I don't remember if that was on the... I don't think it was, because we were talking about, I think, we weren't going to go out as far as Fiji, which means coming back around. Oh, that's weird. Google Maps actually shows the curvature of the Earth. That's cool. Take that, flat earthers. We were going to go to from Cairns. I think we're going to go down to Brisbane, and then from Brisbane, I think we're going to go to New Zealand, and then come back and hit Sydney. I don't remember if we were going to do... See, now I'm not so sure. I might do Melbourne, and then maybe Perth, and then go up from Perth to... Because we need to get back over to... Well, that's a ways away. Maybe we won't do it that way.
We need to head up north.
I know.
Hey, can you do an outside shot real quick? I'd like to see what them... Hey Moose, can you do an outside shot?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. You'll see it in a second. Yeah, because one way or another, we need to get to. I want to do Singapore for sure. And from Singapore, we'll start back on our kind of. We can go up to Vietnam maybe, or. Because we did Bangkok already, right? I think we did Bangkok to. No, we didn't. We went to Kuala Lumpur from the Maldives, so we could do Singapore to Bangkok maybe, and then Bangkok over to Hong Kong. Probably good to hit Taiwan at some point. It's also be good to hit Manila at some point too. Maybe we could do that. Maybe do Bangkok to Hong Kong to Manila to Taiwan. That would give us some better distances, and then up to Shanghai, Beijing. We'll steer clear of North Korea. Go to Seoul,
Okinawa,
and Tokyo. So, yeah. So I don't know if I don't think we're gonna hit the Solomon Islands on this trip anyway.
Hey,
Okinawa.
Where we're going right now, is this one of the ones that you said you got while it was on sale?
Yeah, I have Cairns and Brisbane.
Brisbane's really, really nice.
So are we going to go through Alaska to get to North America?
No. We are going to go from Japan to Hawaii, and from Hawaii to Los Angeles.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Yep, so that's generally the plan. It's still a little bit in flux, but yeah.
Have you enjoyed that San Diego since you bought it?
I have not flown it yet, actually. I got it and then I moved, and I need to go check it out. Actually, I want to update it to version 2 and then check it out. But yeah, I haven't even loaded it up yet.
I just, from your point of view, since you've been there, I like to know how realistic it really looks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been to San Diego, and I've driven by the airport. That's as much as I've been there, as far as close to it. But yeah, I have a fair idea of what it looks like in real life.
You want my opinion? Looks very, very real.
Nice. All right.
You ever gone down to Baja?
I've been to Tijuana. That's and I've been to there's another one down there, Rosarito. I've been to Baja, Rosarito, and Tecate in Mexico. That's as far into Baja as I've ever been.
I've disappeared from Project Fly's radar, I think.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Wonder why. That's weird. Guard doing right now? Is he in LA? Looks like it. Nothing but ocean out in front of me right now. The Gulf of Carpinteria. Yeah, Briangren, Fresno plays tonight at 7 Pacific against the Idaho Vandals here in Fresno. I will not be at the game, but hopefully it is a good one. Be rooting for him. I need to talk to my friend Chops. He's the one I usually go to Fresno State games with, so need to figure out when we're going to a game. I usually like to wait till it's nice and cool. I'm a big fan of cool but not cold evening games for football. It's more comfy that way. But I think our next home game after tonight's 2 weeks from now, so that might be an option. I don't know if it said what time the game is yet.
$150 nautical miles from top of the sun.
Nice. Yeah, it's Saturday, September 29th, but it doesn't say game time, which is annoying. Like, why is it to be determined? That's just dumb. Yeah, you did. I saw that at the beginning of the text thread. Who does Stanford play again? I can probably look up at the chat. Oh, actually, no, it didn't say. So, yeah, who'd you guys play? Oh, San Diego State, okay. Are you going to Stanford? Is that where you decided on? Stanford won. I saw him post that, but it didn't say who they had played originally in the chat. So. Nice. The legit football team is starting 3 weeks. Awesome, Briangren. That's awesome. Yeah, today is the first day of no longer having any responsibility for the old house now, because I turned in my keys and garage door openers yesterday, cut off, called PG&E and City of Fresno and cut all the water, sewer, and electric stuff. So I am completely removed from that house. I am completely now only here. It's nice to be completely done with that. So. There's a guy who threw up right in front of you on the sideline. Nice. Yeah, that's always fun. That helps the appetite, doesn't it?
Hot dogs sound good for dinner.
We're going to have, on the grill tonight, we're going to have sirloin steaks.
Whoa.
We're going to have baked sweet potatoes. And we're going to have grilled asparagus with a side salad. And for dessert, we will have Reese's Pieces peanut butter cup cheesecake.
Wow. We need to come over to your house.
Can you invite me?
It's like 2,000 miles. So.
I know, so that's not really realistic, but a moose can dream, though, can't he?
Oh, now you're saying you're going to the store after this, so
I know.
Stock up.
I know. I can do my own thing. I think I need to do. I probably need to do a steak tonight as well. I haven't done a steak in a while. I need to do it. I need to inaugurate the house now with a burnt offering. So.
Oh yeah, the steak is the best way to do it.
It's true. It is true. Let's see. Right now, my FMC is showing that I'm going to land in Brisbane with 52,000 pounds of fuel, which is a lot more than I would like to land with, because that's going to make me heavy. I'm going to see if I can burn more by lowering my cruise altitude here. I'm going to do a little experiment.
If you want to dump fuel, you better do it now.
Well, I can dump fuel later too, but I'd like to not dump fuel, so I'm gonna conduct an experiment. 52.6 is what's estimated now. We're gonna go down to 30 and see what my fuel burn calculation is down there. Oregon State is starting to... Oh, hey, Kelsey, how you doing? Oregon State is starting to make a move against Ohio State. Oh, okay. And how do you like your steak cooked? I am a medium rare guy. Gemini, what are you doing over there? I hear you bashing on a keyboard.
Trying to fix my keyboard.
Yeah, I've never understood the whole concept of people wanting well-done steak. You cook all the flavor out of it. You gotta have at least a little pink in there.
I like steaks that don't have like the burnt on the outside.
Yeah, it can. Well, here's the thing: is if it's a little burnt on the outside, but it's still like pink in the middle, that actually can be kind of really good because you get that kind of like crispy but really flavorful steak. But yeah, if it's burnt on the outside and thoroughly cooked through the inside, then there's not much flavor left. Oh, well, happy birthday to your grandmother, turning 91 today. Wow. My goodness, 91. So she would have been born in, let's see, 19, was that 27? 1927, I think? Man. That seems to have made it worse, because it was 50. It was 52. Now it's 53. I should be landing with. I should be burning more fuel at this altitude. What the heck?
It should be the case, but you're also now lower, so you have less of a descent.
Well, yeah, but the descent's not really. I mean, you're usually at idle thrust for most of the descent anyway, so you don't really burn a lot for descent. Fuel flow is 5.5. What we can do is we can just oscillate around, because that'll cause us to burn more fuel by accelerating. Let's go back up to 33. While we're doing that, let's see here.
Hey Moose.
Yeah.
I was watching a football game. Guess what the score was?
What was the score?
47-27.
Oh my goodness. Who was playing?
Ole Miss and Texas Tech.
Wow, 47 to 27. Great.
Ole Miss.
Yeah,
got 47.
I had a feeling.
I can't wait till tonight's game.
Who are you gonna be watching tonight?
Alabama.
Bama. Who are they playing?
Let me check. Louisville.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Well, at 35,000 feet.
Wait, what were you saying, Chris?
They don't play until 8 o'clock tonight. They're playing Louisville. Yeah, they're playing the Cardinals.
Alabama's playing the Cardinals?
Yeah, Louisville Cardinals.
Oh, Louisville Cardinals.
But the game that's coming on now, the good one, is Auburn and Washington. Number 9, number 6.
Nice.
At 35,000 feet, I spot the city.
I actually have a little bit of a higher fuel burn at 33 than I do at 30. That's weird. It should be the other way around. But that could be based on my weight. So it might be more advantageous for me to climb. But I don't think I'm going to burn enough by doing that. So we're going to learn about the fuel genesis system. To remain, okay. So we have 72 right now. We need to take off at least. Let's see, we're at 52.8. Let's take off 15. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit there, buddy. Okay, so that's 72 to 62. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. All right, here we go. Jet nozzle on. Are we jettisoning fuel? No, we are not. There we go. We are jettisoning fuel. Now it should automatically stop when it reaches 57.0. So we'll see if that happens.
I am 10 nautical miles away from top of descent.
Copy that.
I'm right behind David. Or, yeah, David. Like 50 miles.
Oh, I've got land in sight on the other side here.
I I have David on my TCAS.
Yeah, you were right behind me.
My screen. I've been right behind you the whole flight.
Not that close though.
Wait a second.
Really? Maybe like VATSIM.
But who said they were just behind Moose the entire time? I'm the closest one to him apparently, I believe, on VATSIM and Project Fly. I don't know. Unless you're mentioning me, then I don't know about Moose. Let me check. Pull up everybody.
Hey Moose,
Yeah.
who's Jacksonville going to face for week 1?
Week 1, who do we play? You know what? I forgot.
Shame on you.
I know, that is shame on me. I should know that. I am a bad fan. Let's see here. Giants.
Are you over the water right now?
You guys are gonna lose.
Oh yeah, right. Against Waterhead? I don't think so. We're gonna take those Giants out. And it's Giants versus Jaguars.
Mayo, are you over the water right now?
Oh, we're playing. It's a away game.
Yeah, when are you gonna do that flight?
We will do that. Let's see, that's on Sunday, so we'll do that probably Saturday. It'll probably take the place of this guy.
What flight?
The Jacksonville flight.
To where?
To New York. To New York.
Oh, I thought you said the San Francisco Giants.
No, that's baseball.
I thought you were talking about baseball first.
Why on earth would I ever be talking about baseball?
I don't know. I don't like baseball either.
So exactly.
Hey.
Hey.
I like
I
baseball.
forgot that he's a Padres fan.
Yeah, it's a good thing Blue Crayon's not here. That's like baseball's his life.
Alright, so for Project Fly, I'm apparently so off the map all of a sudden. Even though I've been behind you the entire time. Bad passing might say otherwise, but
That happened to me.
Project Fly Fun's being stupid right now.
Let's see if it stops automatically. Yep, there it is. Look at that. Sweet. I love the fuel jettison system in this aircraft. Alright, so we're going to turn off the jettison nozzles. We're going to turn off the system. So fuel jettison is off. We have a fuel imbalance now because of the way we did that, so let's see here. I'm going to try and rebalance the fuel.
I'm so far behind.
Oh yeah, technically Southwest 3565 is like, looks like he's about to come into, YBCS.
Are you over the water?
I'm on final.
Technically me and Moose are like still over the water, just about to join over to the side of Kangaroo Land.
Yeah.
Halfway through the land that we are going before the water.
I'm like doing like mini 360s around the airport.
Alright, I gotta wait till these burn down to 12 and then we'll turn off the outboard tanks. Okay, what does that do for our calculation into it. So now we're at 40 expected to land. Now we're going to take care of this with some speed. So we're going to increase this up. It's a ridiculous Mach number.
Scary to go Mach 1.
Hey,
No.
what the FedEx guy?
TBM? I don't know, is he
Yeah.
gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, I'm technically not too far away from you, I think, Moose. So it's showing your aircraft models within my vicinity.
Oh no, if you look at Project Flight, Chris, it lost all the VATSIM connection stuff for some reason. So it's only showing Project Fly aircraft. I don't know why it does that. Every once in a while you can't see VATSIM, Project Fly, or IPAO. I don't know what the heck's up with that. But...
Yeah, no, that's the issue. I'm really not seeing anything for VATSIM, IVO, or Pilot Edge, and I was on here like a second ago, but I just had to real quick, fix my calibration because P3 has a calibration issue. It's my rudder shifting off to the right every so often if I don't use it, so... The second I did that, just all of a sudden Project Fly doesn't want to show VATSIM and whatnot, so... I don't know the issue.
I don't know either. Let's see, Baby Heads. No, I'm not going to recreate 9/11. And Reggie C, how you doing? Reggie C's. How's it going, sir?
I'm about to make a turn to go over the airport.
This plane is way too efficient. Guess I shouldn't be mad at it for that.
I'm on final for 1.5.
I'm taking 3-3, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing 3-3.
Yeah, I'm doing 3-3, but I'm doing complex arrival.
Gotcha. My day's going well, guys, and just doing good, so... Doing good. Your question there, Baby Heads, makes me think of Mr. Rogers. His thing was always, "Won't you be my neighbor?" Hey there, neighbor. I loved Mr. Rogers when I was growing up. I watched that all the time. That was one of my favorite shows when I was a little kid.
Oh yeah, so did I. Every day after school.
Oh, your name is Elliot Rogers. That's awesome. So you are basically Mr. Rogers. So well done.
Hey Moose,
Yeah.
how far are you from WestWind?
How far am I from where?
To your destination.
386 nautical miles. We're just under an hour from arrival.
The guy on final, if you look up, you'll see me.
Yeah, that'd be me. No,
I'm high in the sky coming right at you.
I still have a long time to go.
Yeah, you do.
But most if you take a look, you can see the... Although I need your email so I can forward you the textures later. I know.
What are you saying? I don't know what you're saying.
See the 777 textures for the PMDG?
Oh, you sent them to me?
No, I need your email to send them to me.
You need my email, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Did he send you any images, by the way, of that as well, or just textures?
He sent me both texture files. I can take some screenshots if you need me to.
Yeah, do that, because that way I can include that with the texture files. But I'll PM you my email right now.
I'm watching it die on final from 17,000 feet.
With the butt. Butter. Minus 50 for my FBM.
Get off at the first exit.
Yep.
You're right now over the field.
Alrighty, I'm on the ground. It's a fun flight. Oh, I gotta go. I have to go play some basketball at the park. Like 3 minutes.
All right. Okay.
See you guys.
See you guys. Yeah, not gonna put up with that nonsense. Thanks, Reggie C's, for drawing that out, so made it nice and clear and obvious. Welcome to you, though, sir. Not going to tolerate, one, that language, but also the sentiment. And thank you for the follow, Reggie C. Appreciate that. What part of the world are you coming to us from, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, London, nice.
This flight will finish on my Cat 5 training. I'll take my test today or something at some point.
Oh, nice.
That's it. No more U.S. flying for me. Dude, all my U.S. flying with all my time to kill today on the 777. So.
Cool, man. London. That's I need to visit London one of these days. That's it's on my list of places I want to see in the world. My parents actually just got back from London. They did a trip to Europe in April, May. For about 5 weeks in Italy, France, Germany, Belgium, Luxembourg, and England, primarily London. So in the England part of it. So cool, man. Actually, my Jacksonville Jaguars play in London every year. So one of these days, I'd like to time it right to go see a Jags game in London. That'd be awesome.
That's right. That is our flight's next to that, actually.
Yeah, when is that game, by the way?
Let me look it up.
Hey, we're not ouch anymore, man. We went to the AFC Championship last year. We're actually pretty good now. Number 1 defense in the NFL as of right now. We'll see how that holds up this year, but it's been a rough road, I will grant you that. I've been a Jags fan for a long time, and it has been mostly depressing. Not quite as depressing as being a Lions fan, but or a Browns fan, I guess. That's the ultimate insult.
October 28th.
October 28th, got it.
What about being a Chargers fan?
It's not as bad as being a Browns fan.
I think Chargers moved to, didn't the Chargers move to LA?
Yes.
So Los Angeles has two football teams now.
Showing a fuel imbalance. Oh, that's still 13. I thought it was 11. Okay, never mind. What are we? Okay, so it's gonna be close.
A.m. in the morning, California, you can watch a football game.
I know, right? Well, I'll be up at that time anyway, but I'll be getting ready to go to church.
Watch it on your phone.
Exactly. It's true. Yeah, you have to respect their dedication. Those Lions and Browns fans that hang in there, even though they know there's very little chance of them going anywhere. It's hilarious that those teams just can't seem to figure out how to put together a team that can win. But yeah, you gotta applaud their dedication. It's true. Fuel imbalance is gone. I'm going to wait until this comes down to 12.5, and then we'll turn off the override pumps, and we'll turn off the fuel cross feeds to burn tank to engine again. I have a feeling we're going to have to dump a little bit more fuel once we get to Cairns, but we'll see.
Alright, Moose. Sorry, I gotta sign off. It's just taking way too long. It took a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, so...
Gotcha.
Sorry, I gotta go do something.
Alright.
Have a good day.
Alright, Reggie C's.
You too, bye.
Thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for the follow. We'll see you again sometime soon. Enjoy your adult beverages. And we'll see you later, man.
Why is Ted being so wiped out?
I don't know.
Well, he's got a long flight.
Yeah. Well, it makes my brain have to work less hard because trying to understand what he says half the time is difficult. Alright, tank to engine. 16.1 thousand pounds over our landing weight right now. So we'll see how much that comes down in the next little bit here.
Well, I'm on final.
Alrighty.
And turns out Lex did move to P3D as well. He doesn't have the PMDGs for it though, so he kind of took a break from making PMDG type pictures.
Well, I got you. Okay. You can still do. I mean, if you got the aircraft, I mean, the textures cross over. They're not. There's no difference.
Yeah, but I think he's shooting more to P3D and doesn't really fully know that. So.
Okay. If you're saying he doesn't have the aircraft he already has for FSX, he can paint those.
Yes, I think from what he told me, it looks like he should away from flight sim. So he's probably saying he doesn't have the full licensing for P3D as time reason, but he kind of is making textures right now for PMDG. Which some people do. It's a licensing thing, and people say, hey, if I don't have it for this if I want to make more textures and shoot over the sim, I need a licensing for this sim. I can't usually be making for the sim. No, get me wrong. I can talk with him more about it and find out, but it's what I'm understanding from what he's talking to me about.
I mean, at the end of the day, what he's doing is he's making textures for FSX, and those textures work in P3D. That's all it is. The aircraft itself is not licensed to use in FSX or P3D if you don't have that version, but the textures cross over just fine. You don't have to make there's no such thing as a separate set of textures for the P3D version versus the FSX version. They're the same thing. There's literally no difference.
Yep, I'll talk to them about it.
About 121 nautical miles from top of descent. after 1 o'clock.
The heck is that?
What?
I'm just hearing it's like a frog.
Yeah, it was me making noise with my mouth.
Oh god. Okay, guys, it's official. We're now relabeling Moose as the flying frog.
Nope. Nope. Nice try, but no. Nope. 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 Nope.
Quick croaking.
Absolutely not.
Well, a successful touchdown.
Nicely done, sir.
I'm gonna probably guess how do you open the PTS files to get the actual textures?
Wait, what?
How do I open up the folder, the file that used by the?
You do that in the operations manager.
So I can open it up and get the textures out of it.
Well, no, you just open it when you load the textures through the operations manager, and then you can fly the plane with those textures. Like,
I know. I want to take the 777 that Alexi gave me and kind of just have the little flare that you do to this.
So what you need to do then is load it into the sim, and then go find those texture files in the sim now after it's loaded in.
And then just pull them out. do my thing to it, put it back in.
Right.
Because the 777s that I want to use, I want to name the 3 of them. Since I'm flying at London, just give them European names.
Gotcha.
Like, what, you name your freighters are named after states and the passenger was named after cities?
Yes.
So, to take the freighter, I was going to name it Scotland. The 200 after one city and the 300 after another city.
Gotcha.
So, unless you can do it better than I can, which I think you definitely can do.
Well, pretty much seems like my FMC for like a loop for the rivals, so I think I might just end up having to vector myself down for 3-3.
Okay.
Dogs were great.
Yeah, they do. I mean, just back to back, buddy. That was quick. That was a quick. That was a turnover and then a touchdown.
Alright, we're turning out Laked.
There's one thing I found that I need to get was my in-ear headphones. So I'm wearing 2 sets of headphones right now. It's kind of awesome.
Cool. No, I don't have insufficient fuel. Don't give me that crap. Just because I'm gonna hit my what's it called right before. All right, we'll be landing under our weight limit now, so that's good.
I've got 135 for my top descent.
135 miles to go.
Yes.
I've got about 35.
Alright, so there should be plenty of space in between us.
Yeah. Chili dogs are good, huh, Chris? All right, man.
Oh yeah, they were excellent. It's 6,800 already.
What now?
Now looking at the approach, and it said after lakes it should be at 6,800 feet.
Hang on. Which approach are you looking at?
Am I?
The which one? Sorry.
Looking at the 08. Yeah.
Yeah. No. So 6,800. That's a safe altitude. That doesn't mean you shouldn't ever be below that, is what they're basically saying. But yeah, no. The only restriction. Oh, this is interesting. This is going to be a kind of funky approach, but okay. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Alright, we're going to reset the MCP altitude now down to... set down to 10 to start. What's the approach altitude for the 33, what did I say, Zulu? What I'm doing? Yeah. And we have begun our descent.
Yankee Bravo Charlie Sierra Airport information Papa 2000 Zulu weather wind calm visibility 10 sky conditions few clouds at 2,500 temperature 16 dew point 15 QNH 1014 advise on initial contact field information Papa Yankee Bravo Charlie Sierra Airport.
Alright, QNH 1015. Information Papa, winds calm. We got a few clouds at 2,500 feet. Temperature 16, dew point 15, and 1014. Sorry, not 1015. So we're going to do kind of a funky little approach. So we're actually going to come in. We're going to fly down the localizer path, but at altitude we're going to hit CS, come back for the outbound, and then fly in this way. So it's going to be kind of a weird little loop-de-doo. I didn't this is my bad for not looking at the approach and seeing that we actually come in on that procedure turn on the other side, or I would have just done that. But I thought I was going to end us at CS basically and then come around like that, so that's my bad. So we're going to do it this way anyway because we're at the altitude we're way too high to just come in on the procedure turn now. So we're basically going to fake the approach at a much higher altitude and then come around and do it again from the other angle. So it should be kind of fun. And you know what? Because this is a fun approach, I'm just going to hand fly this all in. So we're going to disengage the autopilot now. I'm going to leave the speedo on for now, but I'm going to take command of the aircraft.
Practicing go-arounds at a high altitude.
You are? Or...
No, you.
Not really.
Approach.
It kind of looks like it, but not really.
Oh, seems like there's a lot of waypoints and a lot of turning around to do for final. And I definitely know I'm not going to vector myself around because, oh, what if I try to do that actually? Lord knows.
This carpet's a killer. Can't move the dang chair. Started that turn a bit late. Oh well. Forget how fast we're still going here. a little farther than what that profile was calling for.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I took it full autopilot in.
I'm taking it full not autopilot in.
It looks like a really nice approach. Can't wait to fly it.
Yeah, it's a fun little thing. Will you shut up about the emphasis on fuel? I don't want to hear that. Go away. Airport should be right there. It is, right below us. There she blows.
I'm gonna try to vector myself to the right just to join up. Just let me know when you're on final so I could start making my right turn in for final.
Alright, it's gonna be a while before I'm on final.
Yeah, because I want to vector myself to right instead of having to go through this entire damn thing, you know, which is gonna burn extra fuel. And I'm like at 20,000 pounds of fuel on my reserves at 10,000, so yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, I admit that scenery looks nice from Warwick's done it.
It does, although I figured out where they're dumping their sewage. Don't go swimming in that bay. Well, actually, it's daytime. I don't need those lights.
In real time, the sun is right in your face.
What was that?
In real time, the sun is right in your face. It just got up.
Oh, the sun just came up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Moose, you know what, I'm just gonna cut automatically to the right, vector myself onto final.
Fine. I don't know where you are, so.
I think I'm actually ahead of you, because you seem like you're just entering the water when I'm already, like, coming back.
I'm en route.
Inland, yeah.
Yeah, I'm en route to Basel right now.
Anyhow, yeah, I'm just coming back in over to land on a heading of 250 for, you know, obviously, vectors into final.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, he's going all the way, man. 70 yards, running for a touchdown.
Oh man.
Oh, you gotta watch the replay of that one, Moose. It's on ESPN. You can turn TV on real quick.
Well, I don't have a TV in here, so that would be a problem. That's the Auburn game, you said?
No, it's the Georgia Austin Peay game.
Oh, okay.
Auburn is. Hold on. While Auburn is 9, Washington's 3. They're playing on ABC.
Oh, okay.
Washington is known for their good defense this year.
I still can't see the shore right now.
That's the Pacific for you.
Or any other air traffic. Well, at least I'm almost there. I'm thinking about 13 miles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. I'm 5.5 seconds.
5.5 what?
FSX render squared away from the east to the west seaboard of the United States.
Whatever that means.
If you look at flight sim at high altitude with certain settings, you see those liquid lines. I'm like 5 grids away from being over Oregon.
Alright, we're back on tank to engine. And we're approaching Basel imminently.
Good.
Better start your turn.
I'm already turning.
High Shores Basel or Basel?
Basel.
I know you're out there, move somewhere, but I cannot see your plane for nothing.
I'm coming in westbound to the final approach course for 3-3.
Slowing down to 240.
Ah, there's a FedEx 777.
Well, I have a flight to do on what, Tuesday, on Monday actually. Philadelphia to Atlanta.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just circling around real quick. I'm going to be landing here shortly.
What's your altitude, TBM?
11,000. I kind of came in a bit early, but I'm just trying to set flaps. That's why.
Oh, okay. I'm probably gonna land before you now, then.
See, you took it out after me, and you're still landing before I am.
Well, yeah, but your flight is like how many hours long?
A full day.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially, I'm just trying not to get confused by the entire loop around. Like my controls are already getting screwed around enough when I was trying to determine how to turn and whatnot.
All right, I'm turning on to final now.
Nah, I mean, autopilot got confused. I just decided to vector myself around because, you know, that's better than just having to let autopilot try to figure out everything and then, you know.
Are you just gonna do a spiral down?
You talking to me?
No, the FedEx.
Oh.
Yeah, FedEx 750, we're just vectoring ourselves to get our flaps down, then we should be coming down here into, you know, Cairns.
Are you to the left of the final approach course right now?
Yes, I believe he is.
Okay, I think I see him on TCAS.
Yeah, you should see him to your, like, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I've got him on TCAS. Flaps down.
Well, it seems like both of you are going for final.
Yeah, hey,
FedEx
FedEx.
750, turning on to final for 3.
Yeah, I'm already established on final, dude. You gotta go around.
Well, I'm already turning on to final. I'll be quick.
No, you're not gonna be quick enough.
Who's quicker, 747 or 777?
What's going on here? Some funny winds happening. So. Oh, that's wrong, right?
You guys gonna do a synchronized landing?
Flaps 30. Field in sight.
Gonna be a close one.
Yep, you better get off the runway real fast, TVM. Spoilers armed, gear down, green light, flaps 30. Line check is complete.
A floater.
Get it down, get off.
Spoilers out, reversers, reverse screen. Vacating the active for FedEx 950. I was trying to vacate first, so I'll just vacate on Alpha 2 and then backtrack if needed. So where am I headed?
I don't know, but I see you're clear. I'm short final.
Yep, FedEx 950, we're down and happy.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Okay.
So something I actually learned the last time for the 777 was the altitude button is a button too. It's not just a rotator at the 73.
Sync rate.
It's like, that's a button.
Sync rate. 50. 30. 20. 10.
We are down.
Oh, welcome. Enjoy your stay here, right?
I gotta figure out where I'm gonna park now. I'm gonna pull off to the side over here, because that is not really a taxiway over there. Oop. Lights off, flaps coming up. I think I'm actually gonna go over to the gates, just because there's not, it's not really, looks like jetways over there anyway, so we'll go over that way and unload that way. I don't know what that is. Let me see here. Look at my map.
What's my landing right? Anyhow.
Let's see. Let's see if we can take 8, maybe. Really, there's no suitable parkings. Nothing here can handle.
There is heavy gates.
Not according to this. There's not. GA? Why are you calling it GA?
That looks payware.
It is payware.
Oh no, I wonder what you're right there.
That's a dock.
didn't even come to Sydney.
Why are all the parkings GA? I don't understand.
That happens for my LAX thing. All the parkings are GA.
I think that's why it's doing that. It's because stupid payware scenery got all funny. Alright, we're gonna park right over here. David, it looks like somehow you got your Southwest 737 inside the terminal. That's awesome.
I wanted my passengers to get out of the plane quickly.
Apparently. We'll park right here at 9.
For me, we're parking inside the gates area, like on my side, so it's like you're just aimed at me right now.
I see America. Yay.
Yay, Crypto Find America. Well done. Pull those up. Alright, we'll get our APU running here. Let's call for the start cart, or the ground cart rather, the you know what I mean. Request. Alright, he is arriving. There he comes.
Well, I gotta go.
Alright, David, we'll see you later, man.
Okay.
Alright, after getting a good landing and then project flight not concerned the landing rate, I guess I'll just be off and heading up to transporting back to Minneapolis because, you know, I gotta get some packages down to LA, so
Gotcha.
I'll see you next stream.
Okay, sounds good, man. See you later. Alright, we got the APU and the external power now, so we're going to switch to external 1, APU Gen 2, and shut down the engines. The engines are spooling down. Taxi light come off by the way too, and strobe beacon. Hydraulics can go off. And so can the IRSs. Bloop. And we can start opening the doors. Actually, before we do that, because we don't have GSX now, we're going to do... Actually, yeah, no, we're just going to do that. Ground connection, service vehicles, side cargo, forward, aft, bulk.
For some reason, it seems like 3575 is frozen on approach.
Who's frozen on approach?
Yeah, 3575 on VATSIM.
Oh, Chris?
Yep, it's showing him as frozen. He's not moving on my end.
Oh, let's just VAT. I don't know.
Looking at Fantastic?
Yeah, if you're looking at Fantastic, it doesn't mean much necessarily. It could be Fantastic is frozen.
Yeah,
no, it's not fantastic. I mean, physically in the sim, it's showing him like stuck.
Oh.
Oh, really? Could be like 2.
Okay, well either way, just a real quick apology for cutting in front of you on final, because of course I didn't obviously vector myself with the altitude in mind. Anyhow, like I said, I gotta get these packages from Minneapolis down to LA before, you know, before, nightfall approaches. So anyhow, I'm gonna whip out the 744 for Atlas and get going.
Alright.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. At least you got out of the way before I got down, so didn't have to go around.
Yeah, that's good. I still got a nice landing and still got you down.
Yeah. So cool deal, man. Alright, we'll see you later. Alright, so they got that up. The package loaders, I think, are in place. And they're not going to actually move anything, but they just look good. Chris, you there? Yeah. Sorry, Chris D.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you...
I have a situation I take care of.
Oh, okay. Are you still landing? Where are you at?
On my final approach.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will wait for you to land. On top of my big 747.
Well, you just dang near your wing off there, bud.
Who took your wing off?
Real close to that light pole.
Oh no, I'm still good. The line, which is weird, because the line extends over to here. I think you're probably supposed to stop somewhere in here, but that's not what I don't know why the line keeps going. So I was just following the end of the line. But thankfully it didn't result in a hit there anyway. Stuck in here and see what's in the cargo bay. Cargo bay!
I'm flying up above my stuff.
Oh, I got...
This is actually a nice approach.
Isn't it cool? I got you in
really
sight.
Is.
I got you in sight. While you're coming in, I'm going to check my, what was my landing rate? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Minus 208, not bad.
So my plane's supposed to max out at level 342. I'm at 3 designer 0. Here's cruise. I'm riding on the I live on the edge with the 777.
Apparently. Alright, here he's coming in. And touchdown. Beautiful, Chris, beautiful.
Thanks, sir.
Nothing quite as beautiful as watching a 747 touchdown, I'll tell you.
777.
Nope, doesn't compare. 747 is more beautiful. Deal with it. Deal with it. Alrighty guys, well that concludes our broadcast day. We are going to wrap it up, and we'll see you next time. Next week, Thursday, should be streaming. Thursday evening, next week Friday Night Ops, which is, I don't know where. I actually just looked at the VATS, where was that website? Let's see, what is Friday Night Ops next week? www.vatusa.net. Next Friday is, what is Friday? The 7th? Fast cars and 100 yards. So is it Indianapolis? Yes, it is. FNO is going to Indianapolis.
First in time for the Indianapolis 500.
Hence the fast cars and yards, or whatever it is, whatever that phrase was. So we'll do Indianapolis for our FNO next Friday, and then Saturday we will be taking the Jags to wherever they're playing. The Giants, New York. Drew blank.
And Monday I'm flying from Philadelphia Eagles from Philadelphia to Atlanta for their game on Thursday.
This coming week? This coming Thursday? Gotcha. Alrighty, guys. Well, it was
Have a
fun.
good weekend.
Yeah, thank you. You too. I'll be working on some stuff this weekend.
Hey, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? New Jersey or JFK?
It'll probably be New Jersey because that's usually where they go.
It's
So-
Newark is right. Newark Liberty is right next to the stadium.
Yeah, because it's all that. What's the Meadowlands area right there. So.
Yep. And I am no longer feet wet.
Oh, good for you. All right. So we'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend, and I will see you all very soon. Have a good one.
Take care, Chris.
See you.
Have a good night.
See you guys.
Lemmon's leaving me here. It'd be silent getting fixed 4 hours.
Yep, pretty much. Have fun with that.
Damn.
Take care, Crypto.
I see you.